Okay, today is the day I will talk about Star Wars. Oh, hey, somebody just followed me on Twitter. I wonder who it is. Oh, it is Man of Action. Well, forget Star Wars, it's time to make another Ben 10 video. This time, let's just talk about my top 5 favorite Ben 10 episodes. But first, some rules. Only episodes from the first show. And blah, 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 blah. I feel like if I made a top 10 list of my favorite episodes from the other Ben 10 shows, then this video would be a whole lot more complex than it needs to be. And of course, the movies are not allowed. And that is the rules. Now for the honorable mentions. Pretty much every episode of the 4 main villains' appearances, Vilgax, Dr. Animo, Kevin, and Zaskare. I mean, those are always the best episodes, right? Also, there will be minor spoilers for the first show, so if you should pause the video and go watch all 49 episodes and come back, I think you might like it. Now, on to the list! So, if you were to ask me what is the most important episode of a cartoon, you would have to make good. It is the first episode. The final episode is also kind of important, but not as important as the first episode. I mean, yeah, if the final episode of a story is disappointing, then the story is kind of now trash. But if the beginning of a story is not great, then the audience won't even get the chance to see the whole story. Luckily, for Ben 10, I think the first episode, and then there were 10, is really good. It is very simple, really. The plot is that Vilgax is trying to get the Omnitrix, and the young Ben Tennyson is starting his summer vacation road trip, and then he finds the Omnitrix before Vilgax, and now Ben is not just simply one superhero, but 10. And that is why the show is called Ben 10. The first episode just has so many great moments, like the introductions to every character, the first time Ben uses the Omnitrix, and the giant robot fight at the end. Is there any more to say? I don't think so. Number 5 is And Then There Were 10. So, one of the best parts of Spider-Man cartoons is that whenever the bad guys start working together and calling themselves the Sinister Six. The villains of Ben 10 did that also for the end of Season 4, only this group called themselves the Negative 10. But this is a 2-part episode, and I said no movies at the beginning of the video. Well, if I had to choose between part 1 and part 2, I think I'll go with part 1 because the first part is used to introduce a new character. His name is Cooper, and I like him a lot. Why did this show choose to introduce a new character in the third to last episode of the show? I don't know, but I like him, so that's all good. Number 4 is Ben 10 vs. Negative 10 Part 1. So every great hero normally has an evil mirror opposite. Some of who has a similar personality and superpowers to the hero. Iron Man has Ironmonger. DC has its own opposite universe. Sonic the Hedgehog has Shadow the Hedgehog. Mario has Wario. This list could go on for forever. But Ben 10 has... well... Ben 10 has Albedo now. But before that guy, he had Kevin 11. This show spent 2 episodes showing Kevin's mutation from a kid like Ben to an amalgamation of Ben's first 10 super cool alien dudes. Then in Kevin's third appearance, he and Ben are sent to an outer space galactic arena, kind of like for Ragnarok, or the comic it's based on Planet Hulk. And now Ben and Kevin have to work together to escape this place, but there is only one problem. Ben and Kevin hate each other. And it is a very funny and entertaining episode to watch and see them try to work together. Number 3 is Grudge Match. So, right after talking about Grudge Match, let's talk about the sequel episode. And no, I'm not just putting it on the list because it's the sequel episode. This episode is used to ask the question, what if Ben's most powerful enemies, Vilgax and Kevin, teamed up? Well, then Ben would definitely die. But what if Ben gains master control of the Omnitrix? Well, then we can kiss Vilgax and Kevin goodbye. But what if Vilgax actually was successful at removing the Omnitrix? Well, then I don't know what would happen. And what if the 3 of them were all trapped in an alternate dimension and it was filled with the galaxy's worst of the worst? Well, then I would pay lots of money to see that. Luckily, I don't have to, because that already happened in 2006 with the episode Ben 10 Season 2 finale, Back with a Vengeance. This episode where all of that happens and is really cool, and there isn't any more to say. Let's just go on to number 2, or number 1, and number 2 is Back with a Vengeance, yay, blah 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 blah. So I think my number 1 choice is pretty predictable since I've already said it in another video that Ben 10,000 is my favorite episode, but I haven't said why yet. This episode does take place in the future, but that is not the reason why it's my favorite. It's really because of Ben 10,000 himself. Ben is such a fun-loving guy, and to see this future where that isn't the case anymore is very surprising. But it works so well. Ben 10,000 even explains why he is this way in the episode halfway through. He is always patrolling the world and never stops to spend time with his family, which is the whole theme of the show, is that you need to spend time with your family to be happy. Right now, my younger brother is actually acting just like Ben 10,000, and he is always on his computer, playing games on Steam, and never wants to spend time with me. Too bad I can't travel back in time and have my brother's younger self hang out with him for a day, because that would make my life so much easier. And I will most likely make another video explaining why Ben 10,000 is so cool, but that means we have to end this video right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys are Ben 10 fans, then please leave a comment below telling me what your favorite episode is, and if you have not seen Ben 10 before, then I hope you will check it out. But now, if you're still a little bit hesitant because there's so many Ben 10 TV shows, then check out my video on the Ben 10 watch order. See you guys again later. Bye.